Hey, this is Thursday, and this is part 2 of my Thursday things. And I'm having problems editing this video, so it's going to be all in one take, which is why I'm making it in a abridged version of the challenge I was supposed to do. I was supposed to do my reenact a scene from the book or movies, and since I can't edit it, I can't really do the whole, if I want to do two people or one person. So what I decided to do was I picked one of my favorite scenes from one of my favorite Harry Potter books, the first one, and it's kind of like more of a description scene than a actual dialogue scene, and it's one of my favorites ever. So I'm going to read it to you, and hopefully that counts as my challenge. And if you don't think so, you can punish me. I'm sorry. It's iMovie. I blame iMovie. So, here we go. He tapped the wall 3 times with the point of his umbrella. The brick he had touched quivered. It wriggled. In the middle, a small hole appeared. It grew wider and wider. A second later, they were facing an archway large enough even for Hagrid, an archway onto a cobbled street that twisted and turned out of sight. "Welcome," said Hagrid, "to Diagon Alley." He grinned at Harry's amazement. They stepped through the archway. Harry looked quickly over his shoulder and saw the archway shrink instantly back into a solid wall. The sun shone brightly on a stack of cauldrons outside the nearest shop. Cauldrons, all sizes: copper, brass, pewter, silver, self-stirring, collapsible, said a sign hanging over them. "Yeah, you'll be needing one of those," said Hagrid, "but we gotta get your money first." Harry wished he had about 8 more eyes. He turned his head in every direction as they walked up the street, trying to look at everything at once: the shops, the things outside them, people doing their shopping, a plump woman outside, an apothecary. I never know how to pronounce the word. I'm so sorry. Shaking her head as they passed, saying, "Dragon liver, 16 sickles an ounce. They're mad." A low, soft hooting came from a dark shop with a sign saying, "Elop's Owl Emporium, tawny, screech, barn, brown, and snowy." Several boys of about Harry's age had their noses pressed against the window with broomsticks in it. "Look," Harry heard one of them say, "the new Nimbus 2000, fast as ever." There were shops selling robes, shops selling telescopes and strange silver instruments Harry had never seen before. Windows stacked with barrels of bat spleens and eel's eyes, tottering piles of spellbooks, quills, and rolls of parchment, potion bottles, globes of moon. "Gringotts," said Hagrid. They had reached a snowy white building that towered over the other little shops. Standing beside it, burnished gold bronze doors, wearing a uniform of scarlet and gold, was— "Yeah, that's a goblin," said Hagrid quietly as they walked up the white stone steps towards him. And that is one of my favorite scenes ever in the entire series. It's just that fact that Harry gets to, that first experience into the wizard world, and he's, like it said in the book, he wish he had 8 more eyes to see everything, and I just love that, because I wish I could go Diagon Alley. Actually, I went to Diagon Alley in Florida, just saying. So, but it was at that, like, when I went, not that it was the real Diagon Alley, but it kind of felt like it was. Like, I wish I had 8 more eyes so I could have looked at, like, everything. Everything was in different colors. It was wonderful when I went. But I mean, it's not the same thing as it is in the book, but it's close. It's close enough. But that's just one of my favorite scenes, and sorry it's not like a dialogue scene thing. And if my camera and iMovie were working, I would have had a whole nice thing, but sadly, sometimes technology just is poopy. So, I hope you like that. And Dallas, I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.